So with SharePoint 2013, we changed the story. The dynamic shifts from being very IT-centric to being more about what the end users are thinking about, what they're caring about. When they re-architected SharePoint as a whole, started out and said, okay, how do we drive the adoption in a different way? How do we actually move this out of being just a back-end IT thing that people want to, get off of file shares and, have public-facing websites and move this more to an end-user focused world. So we changed the story. We get rid of the pie, and this is how Microsoft has gone to market. I'm not sure if you all have seen this slide before. This is Microsoft's story, 5 words that describe what SharePoint is all about. Share, organize, discover, build, and manage. Whether you're talking about it from an end-user perspective, from a developer perspective, or from an IT pro perspective like myself, these were the 5 key things that Microsoft focused on. And this really holds very true all the way across the board, whether you're talking about development, whether you're talking about search, or specifically if we're talking about BI today, it's all about building out the right functionality for your users, sharing information, organizing things in a cleaner way, being able to discover the right type of BI and be able to really manage your business in a new and powerful way. So while Microsoft is telling the story, it really holds true for all of us. So I wanted to point that out. I'm going to talk to you guys at the very beginning here today about the new features in 2013. I'm going to spend a lot of time here in slideware to begin with, but I promise we will spend a lot more time in demo than we are in slideware here. But I want to make sure that we cover the bases. We get an opportunity to talk about these new features that are coming, what's new and different, and how we're changing things up. Additionally, for anyone who's been paying attention in the ecosystem, Power BI has become something that is big and broad, being talked about all over the place. With SQL Server 2014 CU1 being out, sorry, not CU1, CTP1 being out there at this point, Microsoft is already showing us the roadmap of where we're heading next. So we want to spend a little bit of time and understand that as well. So I'll talk about that towards the back. But for today, I'm going to focus on what is new for 2013. From an Excel services perspective, some of the new functionality that we get in Excel services specifically is a gallery mode, really getting to do 3D charting. In 2010, anyone who worked with Excel services and tried to do 3D charting in Excel and then publish that out to the web was very disappointed because all of your images got flattened out. It was a poor experience, to say the least. And in 2013, Microsoft has given us a much more rich environment for publishing out, the type of charting that people are looking for. As we talk about BI, it's all about how the information is getting consumed, because BI without a consumer is invaluable, and it's a giant waste of money. So we want to make sure that what we're doing with the analytics is able to be presented in such a way that the users are going to glom to it and they're really going to take it and drive with it. So interactive pivot charts, we get pivot table field well, being able to add things and take things away in the pivot tables on the web, being able to do timeline slicers, very powerfully right there in front of you. Quick Explore and Power View. Power View being the big new feature that came as a part of SharePoint 2010 SP1 with SQL Server 2012. We get a lot more power in 2013. When you couple SharePoint 2013 with Office 2013 and SQL Server 2012 SP1, that's where the power comes in. Finally, we get to mobile support. So we actually are getting the ability to deal with Excel services on iOS devices, on Android devices, and on mobile Microsoft devices like the tablets. The interface is a lot more easy to use. It is optimized for touch, a lot more powerful. Getting to an Excel interactive view, being able to actually interoperate with Excel right from the web, not having to take it down to the client side, gives us the ability to do filtering in a different way, to be able to work with this data, and it's a lot more powerful than it was in 2010. Again, wanted to show you a little bit without having to jump over to my demo machine quite yet. This is what Excel services looks like in the 2013 stack. Being able to share just workbook information, being able to do slicers in a more powerful way, and being able to do 3D charting really gives you that rich experience that customers are looking for, that people are trying to get to and be able to do more with. With PowerView, we actually get the ability to create PowerView in Excel, which is extremely dynamic. It makes it more usable to the end user, and then being able to publish those out to SharePoint, whether in a PowerView gallery or just directly as a part of an Excel BISM file, really makes the capabilities here limitless. It's very, very powerful. Being able to do click drill through and being able to take a look at timeline analysis across all different dimensions of data makes life a lot easier with PowerView. So traditionally, Excel has given us the ability to do sparklines and charting. Now we really get that power in Excel services. So this is the story behind what you're getting, the visualization of what you can actually get to and see on the web, not just in the Excel client, not having to download it, not having to worry about what versions people are having on the desktop. Makes life just so much simpler from an enterprise perspective, and being able to do quick analysis on the fly as well. So being able to analyze trend over time and out time data, being able to add in all the different features that were straight up in Excel that all flattened out in 2010, much more rich in 2013. Last image I'm going to show you of Excel services, and we're going to drive on to some more stuff here in Performancepoint.